You're listening to the John and Heidi Show Bonus Hour. If you miss any of the program, you can find the podcast at the bottom of the page at sunnyradio.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show Bonus Hour on a Tuesday. We've got just a couple of days to get your drink recipes submitted for this year's Mocktails Mix-Off Summer Edition. Now, we've been doing a Christmas edition for many, many, many years. Last year was the first summer edition, and I'm really excited because there were some great recipes last year, and I've already had a chance to get a sneak preview of some that have come in. They look good. But do you have a drink that you like to make? It's a mocktail. What that means, it's a cocktail with no alcohol. So this is something that you can make for the kids. You can make it for anybody. We really encourage people to have drinks like this if you're having some sort of party, so that way people can be responsible and have a nice, very tasty beverage without drinking alcohol and getting in trouble, after the event. So all of the details can be found at mocktailsmixoff.com. The event itself is next Thursday, the 29th of June, but the deadline is this Thursday, the 22nd of June, and we would love to have you join us. The top prize is $500. Second place, $300. Third place, $150. So it would be a really, really fun night to come out and help a bunch of people get some really nice drink options and walk away with some cash in your hand. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Huge thank you to Health Connect of South Dakota. They put this event together every year. Also, DriveSafeSD.com, one of the sponsors on the event. This year, it's going to be held at Startup Sioux Falls in downtown Sioux Falls. The first time it's going to be held at that location, and that's a new location for Startup Sioux Falls as well. So you can come out, check out their new location, and be a part of this event next Thursday. But I would like for you to be one of the featured guests at the event, and you can do that by submitting your recipe now. Now, here's one of the things. Think about this. Would you like to win $500? Okay, if you would, and you're going, okay, I'd like to win, but John, I don't have any great recipes. Have you ever heard of Google? Yeah, go online and search for tasty non-alcohol drink recipes, and then find something that you think looks good. And if you're going to feel guilty for just ripping one off, then tweak it a little bit. Make it your own. I actually encourage you to do that. Taste it, try it, go, what is this missing? And then once you figure out what it's missing, add that, and then submit that drink recipe. And one of the things that's really important is making sure it's got a good name. So you want to, give it a fun, festive, summer mocktails mix-off name. And then, again, submit that at mocktailsmixoff.com. There's no fee to submit your drink recipe. You do need to be present to win, but if you say, hey, I can't be there on the 29th, but I got this great drink recipe, submit it anyway. And if you are selected as one of the qualifiers and you can't be there, send somebody in your place. You can send, one of your kids. You can send a friend, a neighbor, or whoever. It's up to you guys to determine who gets the money if you win, but you can send somebody in your place, and we've had that happen numerous times. So again, Mocktails Mix Off next Thursday. The deadline for entry this Thursday, so the day after tomorrow. All of the details can be found at mocktailsmixoff.com.
Give yourself a little credit.
It's more important than ever to have a better credit card. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show Bonus Hour. Excited to visit with Pastor Marc Sundstrom from Linwood Church in Sioux Falls. They've got a global leadership summit coming up later this year. Pastor Marc, first of all, thanks for taking the time to chat with me, and tell me a little bit about this event that you have coming up in August.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us, and we're really excited to be bringing this back to Sioux Falls. Central Church had hosted this event for a number of years, pre-COVID and even through COVID, and then kind of transitioning over to us this year. So we're excited to be offering it to the community as a great way to grow as leaders, to network with other leaders, and to get, a stage full, 2 full days of top tier, internationally renowned speakers without having to leave your hometown and book a flight and stay in a hotel and do all the other things. It's really a great opportunity for the community.
And I'm looking at the lineup here, and I don't necessarily need to go through all of them, but there's definitely some highlights. Secretary Condoleezza Rice, Dave Ramsey is another one, and there's a bunch. 2 days full of top-tier, amazing speakers that are going to be on stage. And the thing that's nice, you'll be able to sit in Sioux Falls and watch this, and you're not going to be seeing them in person, but you see them on a big screen. It's larger than life, and it is a whole lot better than just, if you watch something like this from the comfort of your own home, you definitely miss out on a lot, don't you?
Absolutely. You miss out on the networking and the energy of being around other leaders, which is huge. We try to make the environment as immersive as possible. We get a supersized screen, put it on the stage so it's right at eye level. You eventually start feeling like you're right there in the room. I've attended a number of these host site broadcasts as well as the live event, and there's some features of the local site where you can really dive in, and we'll have tables where people can sit and take notes. We'll have more of a theater seating set up for those that like to sit in rows. It's really going to be a great opportunity to learn, to grow, to interact with other leaders in our own Sioux Falls community.
I've been to these in the past. Here's the one thing that I will say. A lot of the time, I'll see people go to these together in groups. So it's a whole group of people that go together, and then they'll sit and talk to each other in their own group. You're missing out on the point. Talk to people in other groups when you're doing this, because your group, you went there with them. You'll see them again. But I think that it's a really good opportunity to meet a bunch of people from a bunch of different places, many with a common goal. And again, this Global Leadership Summit is coming up August 3rd and 4th in Sioux Falls. You'll be able to go to the Linwood Church and watch this. And it's a great opportunity for networking, in addition to everything you're seeing at the program, meeting some amazing people in the local area that you can work together with. And again, you just walk away kind of filling your cup with all kinds of amazing goodness.
Yeah, absolutely. And on the local side, they've actually, in the last couple of years, created a session that they're calling GLS Local, and opening up the floor and the stage to that local host site. And so we're excited to have Mayor Paul Tenhaken speaking, addressing the group at the summit at our local host site as a live presentation. And so that'll kind of mix in and integrate, and maybe even help contextualize what we're seeing on the main stage to how that is going to impact Sioux Falls, and how that's going to impact our community and our businesses and our schools and our churches and so forth. And so I'm really excited about that tie-in, and I think that's a great step that the summit has taken to really contextualize what we're learning to what we're trying to accomplish here in Sioux Falls.
Absolutely. Again, the event is coming up August 3rd and 4th, and it sounds like it's a long ways away, but here's the thing you need to remember. The summer goes so fast. So if you want to do this, plan to do it now. linwoodchurch.org/GLS. That stands for Global Leadership Summit. linwoodchurch.org/GLS. And people can get their tickets right online. And then this is something that you don't have to be a member of this particular church to go to this, right?
No, absolutely. In fact, we've got partner churches, partner organizations. So if you are interested in bringing a larger group, talk to us, give me a call. 332-9080, and we'll talk to you about how we can get a group from your organization to come. And there's even some special pricing. That website you've listed, the linwoodchurch.org/GLS, breaks down all the pricing groups. And so you can register right there, and it'll take you directly to our host site, so you don't accidentally register for somewhere else. And so that's probably the best way to register, and the best way to find out all the information on pricing. And definitely reach out to us if you have a group, an organization, businesses, schools, whatever. There's a lot of different ways to plug in and to make sure that you're a part of this.
I love it. I appreciate you guys picking this up and making sure that we still have this in Sioux Falls. It's a great event, and every year the lineup is so amazing. And this year, again, is just as it always is, amazing lineup. If you'd like to see who all is going to be speaking, I mentioned a few, but again, it's 2 days full of stuff. You can see that at linwoodchurch.org/GLS. I'm going to throw a link to make it really easy to find as well. Pastor Marc Sundstrom, thank you again for your time today. I appreciate it, sir.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having us on.
Absolutely. Again, Linwood Church hosting this in Sioux Falls. It's the Global Leadership Summit 2023, August 3rd, August 4th in Sioux Falls at Linwood Church. Again, all of the details, and you can get tickets and join them at linwoodchurch.org/GLS. I'll throw a link on our Facebook page to make it easy. Facebook.com/Sunny Radio and Facebook.com/Sioux Falls News.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
This Day in Sioux Falls History is brought to you by the Sioux Falls Fun Page and Sunny 93.3. It was on this day, June 20th, 1894, that if it wasn't recorded in the history books and newspapers, you probably wouldn't even believe it happened. But a man by the name of Mr. Jewell, a professional rainmaker, secured a contract to make rain in Minnehaha County. After much deliberation, the contract stated that for $600 and $200 up front, he would produce more than a half inch of rain spread evenly throughout the county. By the way, that $200 up front, that translates to over $21,000 in the current market. After taking his $200 upfront payment, Jewell went to the local drugstore and purchased exactly $1.50 worth of supplies. He then returned to his boxcar lab to mix and launch the gases into the atmosphere. A few minutes later, spectators could see what appeared to be steam or a light smoke drifting out of the boxcar up into the sky. In a newspaper article dated June 20th, 1894, Mr. Jewell warned of a downright downpour at about 6 p.m. that very day. The 20th passed without a single drop of rain. The next day, the explanations were made that the high altitude of Sioux Falls caused a delay in the rain shower, but to rest assured that the downpour was coming. After 3 days and only small showers that seemed to be of very natural making, the city was restless. Jewell fled town on the 23rd after an article was published by Harley Pettigrew, a local chemist and brother of the Senator R.F. Pettigrew, describing in exact details the impossibility of the science of rainmaking. Of course, before running from town, Jewell signed contracts for $700 each to make rain in Hanson and McCook counties. This Day in Sioux Falls History, brought to you by SiouxFallsFunPage.com and Sunny 93.3.
How much do you pay for your cell phone every month? If that's more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current one. Whether you're a fan of iPhones or Samsung, they both work well with Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Tuesday, June 20th, brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. Equity markets are melting up on AI. The rise of AI has brought game-changing news from companies like NVIDIA, Advanced Micro Devices, Oracle, and Adobe, and promises to be a theme of the Q2 reporting season. The biggest names in tech have still to report, and at the end of the cycle, another report from NVIDIA is due. The company was guided to a level of 50% above their prior consensus and could easily raise guidance again. In that scenario, the uptrend in NVIDIA, AI stocks, and the broad market will likely continue. The wall of worry is still in place. The Fed's last policy announcement was less than dovish and may result in 2 more interest rate hikes by the fall. In that scenario, economic pressure will continue to build and may result in more bank failures and declining consumer demand that puts a cap on the market. You can get the inside track in your inbox at MarketBeatMinute.com.
Why did the chicken cross the road? To save money on insurance at InsuranceChicken.com. Do you have the best plan for you? Find out at InsuranceChicken.com. Let's face it, we don't even want insurance. We need it. But you don't need to overpay. Head over to InsuranceChicken.com to see your rates from several different companies. All available in one place at InsuranceChicken.com. The other guys have a gecko, a duck, and an emu. Why not a chicken? InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.